Today, we eat blackberries. Come on, let's go. Today, we eat blackberries. Come on, let's go.
I'm here, guys. Just a few seconds trying to get my screen situated. If you hear me, it is day 14. Day 14 is streaming. This is my second stream of the day. This is the first day. 2 streams in a day.
Today, we eat blackberries. Come on, let's go.
Alright, hey. I am here. I'm Darnell just talking. We're gonna wait to really get started. People come into the chat. This is my second stream of the day. It is day 14 of consecutive live streams. Happy to see people come in. Today we're going to do something a little bit different, somewhat of a choose your own adventure. If we have people that want to choose an adventure, please put the adventure in the chat. If we don't do that, I'll have some backup things to talk about, but come on, let's see where we go with this. I have a message pinned in the chat. It reads, what should we talk about tonight? Something deep, something random, something controversial. But really, it's up to you to put that in the chat and we'll take it from there. If you checked me out earlier, we had a very successful stream, 2 hours. I streamed for 2 hours. It was awesome. We actually were able to make a 1% enhancement already today, so let's take another percent. Didn't really get to work on any graphics today, but definitely had a successful stream. So as you come in, please just pop something in the chat, say hi, tell me what you want to talk about, and we'll get started. Other than that, I'll just be right back for one small smidget. Please hang around. I'm telling you, It'll be fun. I'm willing to go the distance today, whatever that means. Take it how you take it. And of course, once the glasses come on, the glasses. Hey, what's up? Ivy Jenkins. All right, what's up? Okay, then I'm going nowhere. If the good people are here, then I'm going nowhere. God is not real. 456. You was first to like. I appreciate it. I don't know what that name is about. I'm not gonna get too much into it, but if that's what you want to talk about, please tell me in the chat that that is a topic that you want me to talk about. We're on a choose your adventure flow today. It's been so much going on. If you have never seen my face, if you randomly came across this channel, I guess it's proper for me to introduce myself. Allow me to reintroduce myself. Sure, I get that you're an atheist from the name, but it's one of my backup topics is about being triggered, and I'm sure your name triggers a lot of people, but it doesn't trigger me. If you want me to talk about that, I would more than happily give my input, and we could go back and forth, in with that conversation. So my name is Darnell, just talking. My cause here is just to bring some positive energy. Um, I don't really favor any particular direction. It has been cold outside this winter so far, and it's free. It was freezing for a long time, so I packed up some of the garden videos and agriculture stuff, and I'm showing you a different side of who I am. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm definitely someone who has been on YouTube and around YouTube, and I really just finally took the chance to come meet you guys and start streaming just to give, like I said, a positive offering while you swipe on your way. Maybe something, something you like, and we could grow as a community. Um, that's it. Green looks good on you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I mean, I'm rocking out. I like themes. So this kind of started, you know, it started random. Now I think this is the third straight day with these shades. Um, Pretty funny story. My favorite color is kind of purple. It's really purple, but I wasn't always able to get away with purple, so I would say it's green. Um, Purple, depending on where you at, is somewhat of a controversial color. I remember growing up learning like color psychology, and purple was about royalty, and it's just something about the color. And another factoid about purple, a lot of the fruits that are in purple, they have some of the highest nutritious value. Like if you get some purple carrots or some beets, so purple, there's something deep about it. But yeah, I like speaking and talking about perspective. So me and you, maybe we see things the same way. I get pretty deep, and I take my time to think about what I'm saying, and sometimes it takes me a long time to arrive at these thoughts. So I take that seriously. So if you want to join the ride, I think I'm just looking for enough people to subscribe so that when we start to have these conversations and it's a consistent thing, we have enough people. And I'm pretty decent on the technology side. I could even show you 14 days ago where this stream started. You couldn't see me that well. I didn't think so at the time that it was a problem, but it didn't look like this. It didn't have any graphics, no pill badge with my name, no graphics at all. So we've definitely come a long way, and I'm very proud of that. My moderators, I actually have some moderators that come people that are personal to me, and they come in and we have a good time. So if anybody wants to talk about anything in particular, I won't ignore the chat. I'm very, very chat driven. All right. So I'm sorry, I don't want to give you too much mic noise. When the hat comes off, then you start to know my age. Hold on. Okay, so when the hat comes off, you start seeing the gray sprinkles, and then there's questions about who this guy is and his age. But don't worry, I'm old enough and young enough at the same time. So I'll just take what's in the chat as topics, so we could start there. Anyone else who wants to pop something in the chat, first thing I'll ask is, if you're asking me a question, I want to see. Hey, go to sleep, man. Go to sleep, and I won't tell you that God will be with you because you're an atheist, and it is what it is. Yeah, but next time, come through. We'll hang out. I'll be here. We don't know how long this is gonna go. I'm thinking potentially 100 days might be the mark for me, but you don't want to say it too soon and then not be able to make it. So I'll be around. If you subscribe, you'll definitely see me. All right. So the ground rules here are. If you pop something in the chat, oh, well, he's leaving. So I'll just use God is not real 456 as an example. Before you leave God is real, do you play dice? You play CeeLo, the 456? Or is that just numbers you put together? Think we should do, I missed that comment. I think we should do deep random. I don't know what that exactly means. You might have to spell that out to me. But yeah, I'll just tell you what I think the rules should be. If you're gonna ask a question to me in the chat, I would just like to see your perspective on the question. So, basic questions like this, that's fine. What is your favorite color? Mine is green. What's your favorite food? Growing up, I would say oxtail. Definitely Jamaican oxtail. Nowadays, man, I'm just chasing nutrition, so I ain't stressing food like that. But yeah, hopefully we can get some feedback. I got some backup topics that I want to talk about if no one wants to choose your own adventure. Anyone who's still hanging out here, don't get the urge to die down. It'll be all right. You can hang out with your boy. You see my face on the screen dynamically and statically at the bottom. I know it's too much. I actually don't have a big ego. Pretty humble guy. Maybe it's the glasses scaring people away. Maybe I gotta get in like on the Office, like date mic. Maybe I gotta get serious about the stream. Maybe. Okay, so let's see. All right. So one of the cool things is, when I'm preparing for the stream, I'm an avid user of like ChatGPT, and I'm glad it told me to go with make sure you get some backup topics or whatever, because I didn't get as much, feedback. Stream is still early. We're still new. We've been here for 14 minutes ish, and but today is choose your own adventure. I probably need to put that in like big text. So let's talk about it. I still see a couple people hanging out, so I figured I should just tell you what we've done the last few days. We had a Valentine's Day Eve stream, super successful. I'm actually working on a short to recap that. Then we had a Valentine's Day stream, and then we had Sunday night stream. We brought up a pretty interesting topic about games and how the impact or effect that games have, and if it's connected to crime, and whether or not the government kind of misread that for the long haul. And here we are. So today I jumped in here and did a behind the scenes stream which was really fun. I have to say, I like to look at something that at least gives me some sort of growing power, some sort of understanding of that this thing makes sense that I'm doing. Like I'm not just screaming out at the world. There are gonna be times where the chat is empty and people have swiped away. That's fine. I mean that doesn't bother me at all. But something to tell you, like, man, there's the heartbeat, that I could bring the energy, and I understand how to get better at what I'm trying to do. So I was on the stream, and for whatever reason, it just flowed so well. I got veered off from the idea of the stream, and I just, I ran with it, which was it was okay. Nothing was wrong. We worked it out. I got to show a lot of videos, do some commentary on some old videos, discuss things about. I guess I did like a reaction to my own videos, and at times I even denied being the person that was on the screen because that one dude definitely had a snitch jacket on his name. But that's another story. We just went into some pretty funny stories, about the content that we were looking at, and I did try and attempt to go through the process of making the logo design. I'm not a professional, but I've done these things for a long time. So I was working on that, and my thing is really to have an interactive environment. So there was some feedback from the chat. So that's generally what's asked. I think a lot of times, look, I ain't got a thirst trap for you. There ain't nothing for you to see like that, right? So you being coming here, sharing this part of your day with me or night with me, may be important to you. It doesn't have to be important to you. It could just be chill. But what it does mean is that we're potentially listening to each other because you're not on like a panel. Me listening is you putting something in the chat, or feeling the vibration of you liking it, and just engaging what I'm offering. That's really the only way for me to understand that you are engaged. So that's the angle that I see that from, and no matter what, the customer's always right. So we'll just do it like that. So tonight, this is day 14. This is my second stream of the day. Day 14, as in I've actually streamed for the first time 14 straight days. I wouldn't consider myself a streamer prior to that. I've done some streaming. I wouldn't even call it that. I've pressed start stream with no real idea, no contract as to how the stream was supposed to go or gonna go. And now I have my reasoning as to why this is gonna work for me. What's up, man? What's up? You over my shoulder. I need to know what's up. Okay. Thank you. Please, please, please. Thank you. Thank you. I get interruptions at times, and especially when I'm trying to carry the room and say something serious, and I get an interruption, but that's okay. My family is still very curious about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. But everything is thumbs up, copacetic. So I do see that I got a new subscriber. So we do like to celebrate in here. We did have a confetti celebration on on Valentine's Day Eve. So that's cool. Like I said, that's a way for me to know, that you want to see my face again, or maybe today's not the day, but you may be interested in me talking about another topic at some point. So today is choose your own adventure. The chat decides. I know we don't have a massive chat, but I do see people coming in and out. Don't be afraid. Throw anything in the chat a topic you think about, something you want to talk about. I'm more than willing to ask you about it or to give you my take on it. It could be something like the pinned comment that I have. It could be something super deep, super random, controversial. It doesn't really matter. I'm a person that when I hear something, it's not that there aren't bad ideas because, excuse me, there are no bad ideas. It's not that there aren't bad questions, but really good questions are designed to get answers. So you're not going to be rejected. I know a lot of people enjoy lurking, and they enjoy going in the comments and reading the comments about how something went. But that's not this type of party. I do love the engagement. If I had some of my day ones that come in and hang out and really, drive that energy, um, they would be in here and you'd be able to enjoy it. But if you are a person who wants to hear me stumble on something or go into a panic of trying to get a thought out, which sometimes is funny, throw it in the chat. If not, I have 3 things written down that might pique your interest. If it piques your interest, excuse me, if you want to hear the things that potentially might pique your interest, you could also just, hit the heart or something so that I know that you're here. I don't need to see your name. I don't need to see you chat. I just need some sort of a vibration to keep going forward. Today we had a pretty large initial influx of people. So I guess my learning is on a Monday night that might definitely work out better than a Sunday night. In that influx, I think we did a pretty good job of keeping people, stimulated, but we could do a better job. And that's why, we need to keep going. At the end of the day, we need to keep going. We need to get better at what we're doing. I've been in a really good space of thinking about content and thinking about creativity as a whole. And I mean, I have 40 plus years of being creative, and I'm a different type of creative. I'll be honest with you. How's it going? Daywalk 27. It's going good, Daywalk. This is one of my day ones. I told you guys, beware, be ready. Daywalk is one of my day ones. I don't really freestyle, but we might get there one day, Daywalk. So Daywalk, we're doing a choose your adventure. You throw something in the chat that you want me to discuss, or something that you've been stumbling across, something you want to hear. It could be bad, could be good. If you don't mind, do that. Don't worry about it. If you don't want to, that's cool. You definitely gave the vibration in the chat, so thank you. Appreciate you. See, I was saying about my creative process. I've been creating. I see a lot of things as just art and creating. Even in my profession, I'm a software engineer. What gravitates me to writing code is really designing the product and understanding the way people use products and interact with products, and to get businesses to, businesses want to make money, but my job is really to answer deep questions about how they could accomplish their what's mission critical to them, how they want to make profit or whatever. But I see that as an art. To me, art is when you could give 10 different people an assignment and it'll work. You'll get 10 different ways to do it because it's a representation of their take on, the question or the answer. But I've been going through that creative process and getting back in touch with colors, and when I say colors, I mean, for real, like, could colors be the first topic that you'll hear me go off on and geek out on? Is it colors? Is that interesting? Have colors ever been interesting to you? let's see. Let's see. I write it down. Uh, let's see. Colors. Colors. How? What do you think of that? Is that okay to talk about? It's interesting because in the chat earlier, someone asked about what's my favorite color. Maybe I didn't realize they was getting at me. Yeah, it's subtle. It's subtle. I think the topic of colors is decent, but I do I want you guys to choose an adventure, right? So if that's okay, I might just start. You might have to stop me, which is okay, because that's not what I had written down. What is your favorite color? I'm a green person, but let's go deep, Daywalk. Let's go deeper than that. Uh, the representation of colors. My first, so I have a couple of. I've worked around colors, right? When I think deep about it, um, I printed T-shirts at one point, and we were using plastisol ink. So to talk about how entrenched I am in color psychology, um, I I used to have to make ink, right? So when you're making ink on a commercial level, um, and this is, I believe it's called like working with the PMS Pantone system. If you're dealing with colors from a hex value perspective, I'll look it up, but I'll just say it as I remember it. I think a hex values allow for 16.7 million colors. So if you're not familiar with hex values, just I'll put it in the chat, but you could go Google that. So when you're working with the web, on the web, there's a six alpha, numeric alpha, as in each digit could be either A through F or 0 through 9, and then six of those, and that creates a hex value. So between that equation, you could have 16.7 million colors. So I've worked. I'm in my 40s, and I've worked with hex values for 30 plus years. Um, so I have a very like deep connection where I could run off and understand colors by reading like a hex value, right? So that was one experience, just like working with the web. When I was working with t-shirts, I was actually mixing colors. So six, that's a lot, right? Daywalk. Yeah, so I was mixing colors, and I had a few pretty interesting experiences. So if you ever get like a plastisol ink um, t-shirt, the plastisol is not like a heat press shirt, but most like ink shirts are going to be like in plastisol, and the ink that you mix, actually, let me back up. So the ink that I was mixing was not for plastisol. That was for pad printing. And that form of printing is like any type of printing that's not on a flat surface is considered like pad printing. So like if I pull up this Raspberry Pi, right? Okay, so you put that in the camera. So you wonder, Delta Bravo 86A46, Dad, is that you? Look, I don't know if this is one of those episodes where you get a knock at the door and the kid already grew up. The only thing I could say is if I was your dad, you missed a hell of a childhood. That's all I could tell you. So I was talking about like something that gets printed on, right? So let's just, on my desk in arm's reach. So that right there is pad printed. Uh, I don't think this isn't pad printed. Uh, let's see. This is not pad printed. I know it feels like I have a ton of stuff on my desk. This is pad printed. So you see, like, this is a capture card. So it's a rounded device. So it's not flat. So you gotta wonder how a factory does not want to print these, and a lot of times the company that makes the actual form factor, they just mass print those. This could have different ink on it. So I worked at a company where essentially we were getting mass produced items and we were printing, putting that type of print on. So the story is, we're talking colors, guys. If you're in the chat, so I'm glad you asked that, Delta Bravo. We're doing Choose Your Adventure Live. For some reason, I got off on a tangent about colors. If you have a topic, dump it in the chat. I was just talking about my experience with colors, and the first example I gave is that as a software engineer, I work with the web, and I was going over the like hex value system where there's 16.7 million colors that can be produced by 6 digits, each digit being A through F, 0 through 9. And I'm giving a second example, which is pad printing, and a lot of people aren't familiar with this type of printing, even though it's everywhere, it's all around us. Just about everything I touch has some form of pad printing around me. I say that and then I look around and I can't find anything. But for whatever reason, I don't know why, I have a drill next to me, but I was checking to see if the drill also has any form of pad print. I see stickers. Potentially, that those marks that show the pressure, that number, that is a potential pad print. And the reason why is because it's Daywalk. It is 11:43 where I am. The reason why that's an opportunity for pad printing is because it's not a flat surface, right? So all of these things they can be separate, but when you put them together, it's a perfect time to create some sort of like stencil and print them. It's usually one of the last things so that the ink doesn't get messed up. So because I was pad printing, you have to mix the colors. So I was pad printing for something that was kind of luxury. I'll just explain. I mean, it's been so many years since I've done this. So I was pad printing at a company that when you buy a new car, they would have the logo of the company inside like a mint tin. So it would be like little candies. So you buy a new car, you get that new car smell, and you would go in the car, and right where the cup holder is, you would have like a mint tin, and the mint tin would have the logo of the company. So we would get like these huge runs of 10,000, 20,000, prints. So my job would be first starting off with mixing the ink, well, getting the screen. I'll just call it a screen because I don't want to go into the detail. I think it's called a plate in pad printing, but I would get the plate ready with the cup and then mix the color. Yeah, man. Hey, do your thing. I'm gonna keep grinding. Daywalk. It's day 14, so we're grinding. Don't even sweat it. We will be here. So I was talking about you get the cup and then you mix the ink. So here's the thing. I've done a run of 10,000. So when I say 10,000, I mean a run. I mean like you would have items stacked up like on bakery trays. You ever seen like bakery trays? And when you start printing, it's like a left to right kind of thing. So you grab it with one hand, you put it on the printer, it prints it, and you take it off. So this is it 10,000 times, right? So you do this like 10,000 times, and you're gonna be you're gonna be changing the ink every now and then. You gotta fix the make sure that the ink isn't clogged in like the plate, and eventually you like finish the order. So the companies that we work, I guess, for, that we printed for, were very sensitive about like the tonage of the color. So mixing ink is like, you had to, I mean, I don't want to use the word perfect, but you were given the uh, the pigments down to like a very decimal like value in order to mix. And you're doing eye tests, you're rubbing, and you got to mix things. So I have a very strong relationship. I say all that to say I have a very strong relationship with colors. I understand colors a lot. So that was not on my list, but I did get triggered by what was in the chat to talk about colors. My first thing, um, if somebody wants to throw something in the chat, we could talk about it. I have some backups here on paper, and I'll run them off. Actually, I'll start typing them in the chat. We'll do it like that. And so far so good, guys. I mean, yeah, it's been tough to keep a consistent group in here. But we're very close to meeting the vibrations of what a long stream, for me at least, for what a long stream does. We've done that in like, you know, record time for us. So I'm trying to keep those metrics to give me, like I said, a sense of understanding the engagement or the energy or something. Like when I put on these glasses, that's when things really go into top gear. So you always got to watch out. You never know. Things get a lot better once the glasses go on. So I'll just throw a few in the chat. See who's still with us. Delta, I don't know if you're still here. I don't think you are. But just to answer your question, you must have caught us in the middle of what I was talking about. But is this 3D printing? I wasn't talking about 3D printing. I was mainly speaking about the colors and printing and my relationship with colors, which is not the most attractive topic, sure. But hey, man, that's how I roll sometimes. I threw a few in the chat just to see a few adventures that if you want me to take. I'm more than willing to get started. I don't know where they'll go. Sorry, I'm just trying to. If you're hanging out, I'm just trying to set something up on the side. Uh, some yeah. I'm just doing work. I seen the numbers kind of dip. So again, it's a choose your own adventure. I'd like to have a discussion, but I want you to join in and help. Let's see what we want to talk about. I threw some ideas in the chat. If you like one of them, we could discuss. I guess you could respond to it, and then I'll give my response, and we'll take it from there. If you're new to swiping to my channel, I'm Darnell Just Talking. I don't always wear these glasses, but today I'm again just rocking out. I think it's my third straight day with these glasses. I do take them off. I'm here to bring some positive energy. This is my second stream today, day 14 straight. So we are rocking out. One of the hardest things is when you are in the middle of the stream and you're trying to do something like technically that you didn't have like prepared. I find that to be super hard. Alright, I might as well let the thought go then. It's not that serious. That's the other thing, the value of the seriousness of the thing that you're trying to do, whether or not it's worth it. Okay, well, I guess this part of the video is going to be for those who potentially might watch this on demand. So we will sit here and think about what would make the most sense to talk about. We're at that 99 mark, so we are almost there. We're gonna cross over this 100 views. I'm working on some sort of a celebratory act, a celebratory stinger, because for me it's sort of like the race to 100. We'll work on getting people to stay, but other than that, yeah, I think we're doing a good job. Let's see. Oh, Michael Hernandez. For a second I thought you looked like Snoop Dogg. Hey man, hey, if that's what keeps you to hang out, Mike, I am totally with it. I mean, I used to get the little scrappy vibes, but at this point, man, I'm just a guy on here, just streaming and try to bring some positive energy. If you got something you want me to discuss, we were doing like a choose your adventure stream today. This is my second stream of the day. I had some feedback earlier, but at this point things got kind of dead. I was just gonna go onto one of these topics that I put in, mainly focused on the people who probably may watch this video on demand as an upload. But other than that, man, thanks for dropping a comment in the chat. I do appreciate it. This is my 14th straight day streaming. We've been improving 1% every day. I'm not spending any money. We just working with what we got. This is my third camera, man. And I think we ended up in our best situation. When I say third camera, I mean I have all this equipment that I've had over the years that I'm putting used to finally, and we're making it work. We're working with what we got. So if you want to check out some videos, you know what to do. You're a YouTube, you're a viewer or a YouTuber. Check me out. Out of the three topics, I think it'll be most fun to talk about controls be saved. I think that'll be the most fun. If Oh man, celebration, man. We just hit that 100 view mark. You can't see it because you from your side, you're just seeing how many people are still here. But I'm looking at total views, and we just hit that 100 views mark according to the YouTube metrics. So definitely I'm gonna be working on that stinger. That's this week's goal, is to get a cool stinger. If you don't know what a stinger is, it's when someone is like live and they go to a video or some animation full mass, and then it drops right back in. But I'm pretty big on wanting to have something interactive. There's a few streamers that I really like their energy on YouTube. I think they're well placed to be on YouTube as streamers and teach us streamers. Man, I, look, I don't know if something's wrong with when you put the loading sign. I'm still getting used to what all this stuff means that people type in the chat. Earlier it was like hands up kind of thing, and I had no idea what was going on. But I hope. Let me just look from my vantage point on the health. Everything here looks healthy, so I don't know if you're seeing it any different. But yeah, man, I'm just here. I I'm gonna talk about controls be saved. Just give me one second. Okay, so I think the no one chose. So when no one chooses, just like when no one shows up to the town hall and to vote on whether or not we should put another liquor store next door, somebody moves forward with a plan. So today, that's me moving forward. So can trolls be saved? I absolutely think yes. Trolls can be saved. Do I have the secret sauce on how to save a troll? No, but we've been having a very good record of people coming in here and wanting to dance and do whatever they want to do and say what they want to say in the chat. And when my mods are here, we've been able to get them converted. They come in and we convert them because we real people and we talking about real things. And for whatever reason, it's like the old school kill 'em with kindness. It is super easy when a troll realizes that they're not going to get to you, they can't get under your skin. It's like when I'm playing Rocket League. The comments that come right away, when the better you get in Rocket League, the more nasty comments you get, you know. So I'm on PC, and so I'm seeing all the messages and comment after comment, man, and they're nasty, and that just tells me I'm getting better. But over there, I ain't trying to convert nobody. But over here, man, these people gotta come back to themselves, and there's a scene in The Wiz when I think the song is called A New Day, and everybody who was under a spell, they instantly, it's funny, I got green on because there was some deep coloration. I'll try to find a picture. There was some deep coloration in The Wiz about colors. It was just like a whole thing. But when there was a point where the new day came, and I think Eveline was gone, and the spell that they were under, um, it instantly the spell was gone. And so I think that's what you could do to a troll, and we're trying to figure it out. We are trying to figure that out. Maybe we can get the troll to dissipate. Okay. Well, I'm coming up on 50 minutes, so I would say it's wind down time. I don't know if I'm gonna get another influx of people, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot going on. Uh, Hopefully everyone's taking care of the things that they have to do, and I'll figure out something to take care of as well. Maybe I'll start working on my troll graphics. So I'll hang out here. I mean, it's wind down time. I ain't gonna put a specific time on it, but if I don't see any vibrations, I'll just call it game and we can move on. Let me see if I could get a picture of the Wiz. Brand new day, not new day. Ooh, man, I love this movie. I don't know if I could pull in WebP files, but we will see. Maybe I could copy it in. Let's see. Nope, don't see a paste. I don't see it. Um, I'm sorry, it's the first time I'm trying to do this live, and again, I keep telling myself, be careful when you do stuff live. No, that picture would have been fun. I was looking for a picture of the Wiz. Hey, we're at wind down time, as I said. We had a early spike and the vibrations are pretty low. We attempted viewer's choice. You pick the topic. Choose your own adventure. Uh, I ended up, choosing and talking about a few things, talking about trolls. Either way, I had fun. It's my second stream of the day. One of the cool things is I didn't have to resort to playing games. Um, a lot of times I am, going to play games not just because I want to, but because it kind of it makes sense. It helps me to bridge the gap of the whole stream. But yeah, I got to get better at being able to plug in some of this stuff automatically and start working on like my hotkeys. And I don't even know if this WebP file is able to be played, but I don't see it. I wanted to show a picture of the Wiz. I guess I don't have to show that one. I don't know. Maybe we could do a Wiz Wednesday. Sold. Let's do a Wiz Wednesday. Let's do an exploration of the Wiz. the high guy. Yo, what's up, man? How you doing? You catching me near the end of the stream? Don't worry, there's still energy left. Thanks for joining. Thanks for plugging something in the chat. My name is Darnell Just Talking. I come on here and I talk. Hopefully, I bring some perspective to refreshing conversations and some positivity. That's my goal. Um, I'm a very small YouTube, uh, I guess you could say, content creator. I am here just for that reason, just to come on and hopefully grow a community and share with people my perspective on things, mainly from an opinion standpoint and having done some deep thought in a lot of areas. Um, this stream so far has grown tremendously. I know I'm kind of winding down. I'm in that weird space where I was here by myself for a little while. So, when you came, it's like you caught me red-handed. But yeah, essentially, I am trying to get a nice critical mass of people who come in there. We have fun, and we spend some time together. But I've been coming on evenings for 14 straight days. I don't have a true goal as to how long it's gonna last. We've done some exciting streams. We definitely have reached some barriers, and every day, what I do during the day, aside from doing my duties, I work on how to improve the stream. So if you have any ideas on what I could improve, by all means, all feedback is welcome. If it's negative, I just won't use it. That's okay. But you can say whatever you want. If you have something you want me to talk about, maybe it's a topic that's personal to you. Since this is choose your own adventure, please dump it in the chat. But other than that, the high guy, thanks for having the courage to drop something in the chat. When we get our celebrations, we're going to have celebrations for things like that. I'll be dumping names into the credits because I think it's big to have that offering and share. And I want to be a unique streamer and content creator in general. I do gaming, actually, the high guy. So you definitely need to subscribe. I play Rocket League on Wednesday. No, on Thursday, we'll probably do some family night gaming. So I'll do some retro games on the Switch. I got the capture card, so we'll do some Nintendo, some NES, some Genesis, some N64. Um, I'm not too young, not too old, so I've been around the block a little bit. I'm not really a gamer, but I do enjoy games. I like the culture, and yeah, that's up my alley. Um, Actually, on Sunday we had a poll about games. I'm not sure if you want like serious, type of topics, but even if I'm doing game streaming, I do think that the audience that I'm looking for is not not to say that it's a bad thing to just have people who you goof around with, but I really want to have some conversations that help us advance and gain perspective, in the way we're moving. So my topic that was revolving around gaming, which was actually, what was that? Today's Monday, so that was last night. Sorry, I streamed already twice today. This is my second stream. So the topic was about whether or not uh, gaming has a bad impact. I would say on kids or on people, and my a lot of what I brought up was just the history of or timeline of games and how the government treated it and the stigma behind it. So we went into how, like in 1993, um, games were pretty much on a congressional hearing where Nintendo and Sega kind of had to speak to the impact that these games would have on people. And I think that gamers and people who were on one side of the argument are kind of owed an apology because that stigma went away, and it was very clear the reason why that stigma was there was because my generation might be the first generation that were connected to like growing up with games and games always being a part of their life. And I'm even out of the generation where online games, was what I did in my childhood. So I don't really look any type of way at that. But, one day I like the topics that I'm digging at. One day we'll be able to have more perspective, a larger group, and bring that thing. There are some things to come. So I am working on some interviews. I'm working on, and why I say I'm working on some interviews, a lot of what I'm trying to do is just thoughts that I've had for a very long time. I don't have a content schedule or calendar. No one's really feeding me this idea on where to go next and whether it helps, the grand picture of where this channel goes or not. I'm okay with that. This is about me expressing my creativity. So, if you want to see me play games, I'll definitely try to figure out how to segment that because I do think that the people who watch games or like watching games, they're a strong community and it's a niche. And they may not want to hear all the other stuff that I have to say, which is totally fine. So, you join when it's game time, if that's, your thing. Other than that, I'm just hanging out, man. Uh, We are winding down. Every time I think it's over, and I have this problem, uh, just admittedly, I guess I'll just close with this topic. I have this problem, and the problem dates back to college. So obviously, that was a long time ago. And this problem, well, let me address this problem correctly. So I've been called the mayor, and it's not a positive thing, right? So when it's time to go, I don't leave. Oh man, look, I'm gonna close this thing out the right way with a heartbeat. I wasn't running away. Ideally, if there's energy here that's still left, I'm here to house that energy. So you don't sweat it, the high guy. It's all good. No worries. I'm a weird one like that. I mean, if 50 people jumped in here right now, I could go for 50 more minutes. In reality, that's totally fine. So I was just closing out with this thought. Um, I was called the mayor, and it has to do with like closing, but not really closing. I think it was. I've been here now for an hour and 4 minutes, and about 14 minutes ago, I seen it say 50 minutes, and I said, "Okay, I'm not gonna do this for that much longer." And I'm thinking, okay, it's 50 minutes. I'm cutting it off at an hour. So my wife, this kind of happened earlier on the stream, and her perspective is you say 10 minutes. I've seen 10 minutes turn into 2 hours. And I have this thing where it's like, if I'm engaged, I'm going to favor the engagement over me just leaving unless it's an emergency, right? So you kind of got to like tell me like, okay, it's time to go. So I'm challenged by what a stream is like because the chat is available for someone to just come in, and at that moment that person might come in with the energy that's going to take the stream to the next level, and I'm ready for that. So I'm available to that, and it just feels like my real life where I struggle with being able to leave these things because I love good conversation. Oh man, The high guy. I don't know about that, man. You just tripped me out. You did an icon change. I don't even know how you did that. Hold on, let me check out your channel. Let me see. Oh, I am monkey. Well, when you post some videos and you come back, I will definitely subscribe. I don't know where you're going with the I am monkey, but hey, whatever floats your boat. I notice very critical details. There's a lot of things that I've involved myself in where I've had to know like details, pixel perfect details. So I see that you chatted once and you chatted twice, and then I see your icon change, and it didn't tell me that. I just noticed those type of things. That's the type of person. That's who you rocking with. Um, but all right, so the mayor, the mayor is about to go. I think this was a successful stream. Um, I appreciate people for whatever feedback you were able to give. If you do happen to watch this on demand, um, comment, comment on, interact, engage. I will give some feedback. Subscribe if you may. Other than that, I enjoyed this. I'm still working on my credits and my outro and all that jazz. But for now, I think I'll be on tomorrow night. I might do another day stream, not as long, but just a warning about the day stream is it's a BTS, it's behind the scenes. I'm working on stuff, and I want people to see that side of it. I don't think a lot of people kind of show that, and I'm not a professional at pretty much any of this, so don't get that idea. But I do have skills, and a lot of this is not hard if you put the time into it. So I think it's important to do some BTS stuff, and I'm not the best talent in the world for this. So one day, when things start to catch on, I definitely will be interested in, while I'm doing some BTS stuff, to see if I can help others improve with their creative offering. Because that's what this is. So I don't have a close yet, but as of now, I just been riding out with how I start the video. With the stream is beginning shortly, but it's not going to begin. And I'm, what? Do I need to change the text? Oh no, I have that in an external video, so I can't do that. So I'm gonna get out of here, guys. The chat's still open until the video goes. I'll hang around. My mic will be off. If you want to drop a lasting comment in, maybe I'll jump back in. I don't know. But that's it. You have a good night. Peace and thank you.
Today, we eat blackberries. Come on, let's go. Today, we eat